Hi guys, Puddin here with a video for you today in my Tier 6 British destroyer, the Gallant. Now, my captain skills are Preventative Maintenance, Adrenaline Rush, Last Stand, Superintendent, and of course, Concealment. My modules are Protect My Main Batteries, Better Dispersion, Damcom, and the engine upgrade so I can slow down and speed up faster. Now, as you can see, we're playing standard battle. The other thing is, this is an older replay because I've been concentrating on doing the Yamamoto campaign, and of course, whenever there's missions out, I can get good games. I just don't get great games, which meant all of my Russian destroyers were just meh games, but they were, decent. I just didn't think they really showcased any of their strengths. Now, as you can see, this is a standard battle. I'm pushing into where D would be. Now, the great thing about the ship is it does, I believe, get 6-kilometer detection, and it has 8-kilometer torps. I look to see what the hell our battleships are doing, and I notice they're not loaded in. I get hit with some serious lag throughout this replay, and I do apologize for it. So what I want to do is just spot for our Cleveland until our battleships are either loaded in, hopefully they're loading in late, or we get some other support. But I believe with the enemy destroyers, I know I can outspot all of them. They can't outspot me. As I get hit with lag, but I mean, like I said, I'm just going to slow down. I want to keep this gentleman spotted so our Cleveland can hopefully take care of him. The other thing I'm doing by doing this is people are going to see a Cleveland and they're going to want to shoot at it. This is going to get the enemy to shoot their guns just so we can see what else is over here. Now, the Ballista, I would assume, wouldn't open fire on a cruiser unless he knew he had some sort of support. But of course, no new ships have popped up. Now, I'm using my torpedo tubes when I looked at the Ballista just to see what he was doing. I'm going to this island because I wasn't sure if he was going to round it, come out, try to potentially ambush our Cleveland. But I'm using this island just to get a little bit closer. I do believe the Hat does have better concealment than me. So, really, all this guy has to do is just keep the Ballista spotted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my shot until one of two things happens. I'm about to get detected, or the Hat does that. I'm glad to see this gentleman using his guns and his Japanese destroyer. But really, at this point, what he needs to do is, now that I'm shooting, the Ballista is going to remain spotted. This gentleman needs to smoke up and shoot from smoke. I kind of don't know why he shot there. I mean, he did have the advantage, but the Ballista can make easy work with him. Now, the Japanese destroyers, you have the long reloads. You might as well send the Torps because you never know. I have a fairly decent reload, so as soon as I stop shooting, this guy knows there's going to be Torps. Now, as you can see, the rest of the enemy have finally shown up to this fight. The Ballista slowing down for the Torps that he knew was coming. I believe New York takes a shot in at me. But I'm just going to keep shooting at the DD, because as soon as this guy dies, as far as I'm aware, we're going to have control of this area. I take a nice hit, I guess, from what New York, believe is New York. I'm going to hit my smoke, hit my repair, and get out of there. I'm losing too much health, and I'm not dishing out the damage
Problem solved, sir.
that I would like to dish out against the Ballista. Now, this ship is an excellent jack of all, master of none. But it is the master of single torpedoes if you can master them. This Ballista's low health. He needs to die. I need to shoot at him. We need to get him dead. And I believe the Hat also realizes this, and he's going to take a shot in at him. The Cleveland's going to take a shot in at him. But I know as soon as this guy dies, nobody's going to see me, and I get first blood.
Off to a great start.
I'm well out of all these guys' detection because I do not have AFT. I'm not sure if I'm going to get AFT on this and go a gunbolt line, but these torpedoes do reload fairly fast and can do some serious damage to bow-in targets. They do have an 8-kilometer range, and if you did not know, when you select the single launch, you will not reload the torpedoes until you fire all the torps out of that tube. But what the single tubes allow you to do is hit multiple torps on bow-in targets, or if they are showing you broadside, kind of do a pattern to where they will not be able to avoid the torpedoes. It's an all or nothing. See, this is for the British considered the widespread for them, which for every other nation is narrow. And then when you hit it again, you will select a single launch, which is narrow for them. Now I'm actually aiming at the Dunkirk, but for whatever reason, the replay is saying I'm aimed in on the Japanese. But it just kind of go widespread because I know that this gentleman's, the Dunkirk's broadside, he was maneuvering a little bit, and I kind of want the guaranteed hit. Now, I know there's a British cruiser in the area, so what I'm hoping for is the floods if I don't get the outright deletion. And I'm hoping that somebody can get him on fire or finish him off, but I'm just looking to get the big hit like I did there to make it easier for our battleships to finish him off. Now, if the Fiji wasn't there, I would be shooting. I believe the Hat did a very smart move there. He's going around the island, which means he's going to be detected for a minimum amount of time. Shoot the guy, try to get a fire, as our Colorado finishes him off. But as you can see, the Hat still remains spotted and taking unnecessary damage. Is something I didn't want to happen to me. Now, the myth and the rumor that battleships drive in straight lines and never turn is true, but they're not the only ones that do it. Sometimes cruisers do it, and when they do it, it is very satisfying. But if you notice, I didn't drop exactly where the indicator told me. I dropped a little bit behind, and I dropped a little bit in front, just in case this gentleman decides to do any sort of maneuvering. I see a smoke, and I think, oh crap, what a waste of torpedoes. I get spotted, but I don't shoot. I don't think this guy noticed me. I'm going to wait until the torps get a little bit close, and I'm going to shoot and give a hello for not paying attention. And boom. Driving in straight lines when you know destroyers in the area, not the best idea. Gentleman screwed up on his smoke, but he still should have done something to, turn, try to avoid these, potentially walk out of the situation alive, but instead he just died to my torpedoes. Now, the other thing that makes these torpedoes great, or great about a single launch, is AFK ships. Usually when you run into an AFK ship, you don't have the best angle, which means you kind of have to launch both of your spreads just to get to torp hits. With single launch, you can actually fire just two and then save the rest for something else. Of course, I will be demonstrating this on this AFK French cruiser. Now, the other thing, if you notice, most of my DDs, I have my AA turned off. If you look at the mini-map, you can see that my air detection is 3 kilometers. My AA range is 1.2. There's no reason to turn your AA off in a ship because you'll never shoot a plane down. If you shoot a plane down, quit playing, go buy a lotto ticket. Because it's a miracle, and the enemy carrier has no clue what he's doing to keep his planes that close to you, or you just wasn't paying attention. But still, your AA, it's a joke. It ain't going to get the job done. It ain't going to do anything. It's just going to annoy the planes. But like I said, I only launched 2 torpedoes against the AFK ship. I pop my smoke, I get in a cap, which means I still have 2 torpedoes to deal with the New York here. Which means I can still get a nice, I still have a chance for, these 2. Now, what I like to do if I know the guy's going to drive in a straight line, not paying attention, is drop them really, really fast. Because you can see there's really no New York size gap in these torpedoes. This is all or nothing. If one hits, they're all going to hit. If one misses, they're all going to miss. Might as well shoot this guy because, you know what, why not? I have nothing else to do. Gonna start shooting at the York. This guy is not long for the life. We're not gonna camp it out. But I might as well get as much experience as I can. But now, guys, with the death of the York, time for the post-battle results. 96,000 damage, 2 devastating strikes, first blood, and with the 4 ships I sent to the bottom of the sea, number 1 on the team with base experience of 1,800. Oh, look, a premium ship made money. I don't think anyone's surprised there. 10,000 damage coming from main batteries, 75,000 from the torpedoes, and 9,000 from the floodings I did get. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I hope you did learn a little bit about this ship to help you out fighting with it and against it. We do appreciate all the support you guys give us. We love the replays you send in. The description for that is, or for the email for that is in the description down below. Remember, compliment good team play, good teamwork. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.